First light for me is probably the best time of the day at Bondi. The sun rises, colours get nice. You've got the locals down here really enjoying what Bondi has to offer it. People swimming laps of the bay. We've got the clubbies out there training in their surf boats. The sand runners are doing laps. You get the nippers down here, you know, all the young kids learning about the surf. It really is a time where sort of more of the local people get to enjoy the day before the hordes and the circus turns up.
Everybody that comes to Bondi stakes their claim to a certain part of the beach.
We have backpacking for 2 years. Going to the beach and travel around Australia.
There's a rip down the south end called Backpackers, and it's been named Backpackers because out of the pub, so many backpackers walk straight over the hill and out they go into the water, next thing rescue.
We're in North Bondi and we usually swim in the south flag of the north corner.
Up the other end of the beach is the north corner. A lot of families with young kids get up there. Essentially, the north corner is the safest part of the beach. You know, a lot of the local people sort of gravitate out towards flat rock, so you get a lot of people enjoying having a swim off the rocks. People take their dogs out there. It's got definitely a more localised feel out there at Flat Rock, unless, you know, the odd tourist's been here for long enough that they start to kind of find these little gems.
At North Bondi, there's an outdoor gym area. Open to anyone, everyone's welcome, and it's been known for as long as I've ever known it as Dimitri's office.
I'm friends with the lifeguards for many, many, many years. I've known a lot of them since they were boys.
The gym guys all head out to North Bondi. Dimitri carries his big kind of gymnastics rope out on the cliff, and there's a couple of points where they attach to, and they climb that rope.
Come on, boys, fast.
Oh! They're not really allowed to do the rope climb. They do it at their own risk. It is quite dangerous. It's amazing to watch. We used to get out there a little bit and do it with him as well on a day off.
I want to make a statement. For so many years, people of Australia, they've been deceived. They think the best-looking guys on the beach are Bondi lifeguards. They're all my friends, but they're not the prettiest boys on the beach. There are prettier boys in my team.
Different physiques, different body types maybe. Some of those big gym guys, you throw them in a rip, I don't know how quick they get out of it.
Yeah, Blue Rhino Central. Just an ambo down North Bondi. Or two of them. Mate, those ambos have gone right up the end.
All of a sudden we sort of noticed a few ambulances starting to park up in the north end at Ben Buckler.
Heaps of people down the bottom, but they don't look like they're really doing anything, eh?
They're all like flat rock hangers, people on the rocks.
Has someone fallen off the top?
Mate, I don't know what's going on.
When you saw the two ambos go, that was a bit different, you know? That doesn't often happen.
We still didn't know what was going on, and then police rescue truck turned up.
Must be something serious. The other car's going up there too now. They're treating someone right at the base of the cliff where they do climb the rope.
The rope's not up there.
No. News was slowly starting to filter through that it was something to do with the rope guys. We didn't know at that time whether someone had fallen, the rope had broken. I think it's about 7-8 metres to the top. So if you fall from up there, it's going to be very serious, whether you land on your leg or you land on your head.
Come out of Bondi, I think maybe a helicopter might be coming your way.
This thing here, it's a spinal.
Yeah, it must be.
Someone's fallen for sure.
This is a very undercover operation. No one knows anything. Yeah, Blue Rhino Central. It was actually Dimitri. He fell off the rope.
As soon as we found out it was Dimitri, I mean, the first thing that sprung to mind was, is he okay? Worst case scenario, if you fall from the top, I guess you could die. So to hear it was Dimitri was a big shock, really. Kind of almost feel bad that we weren't there. I guess we consider Dimitri a friend of all of the lifeguards. So to think that, you know, the one day where he may have needed us, we weren't out there.
most dangerous part of the beach is the south corner. There's a perpetual rip. To the untrained eye, it doesn't look dangerous, and it seems to be a magnet for people to swim.
Look your story, boys. Come here, come here. Oh, hey, come here now. Oh, yeah. Come here. Yeah. Hang on to this.
People can be taken out very quickly around the reef, and the basic instinct for people is to come back the way they swam out, and it's nigh impossible to do that.
First of all, you don't swim against the current. You go this way.
Yeah, everyone, Central, Gons, yeah, Hate's doing a good job, mate, bringing him in. Yeah, he's doing really well.
Right, off you go. All right, stand up now, yeah.
Good work, KT.
There's always a bank that forms just off the icebergs in the south corner, and everyone knows it on the surface as H's Reef.
I grew up there, learned to surf there, surfed my first barrels there.
He's been surfing out there longer than anyone else I know down here.
I think experience is an essential part of doing rescues in that corner. My colleague Chris Chapman and I basically had a lesson there. I gave him a free lesson. If you do something dangerous, you've got to do it safely, and you've got to have your escape hatches.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Good idea. Good. Yeah, good. You all right? Yeah, man, thanks. All right. Cut the rocks. Hey, our pleasure, mate.
Yeah, Chappo, come over here. I didn't want to go because I wanted to go my way, but I ended up bloody succumbing. The south corner is definitely the most dangerous spot on the beach.
We have to go.
Chappo's in.
For some reason, I've been spending a lot of time down there. I do like working the south end of the beach.
Oh, look at Chappo, he's on the way.
Each man would be proud. Is Chappo doing his thing on H's Reef?
He's a cackle H-man. He calls the little break out there out of H's.
Why don't we get back over there and give him some blooming direction?
You don't want to be stepping on H's toes.
Well, my skills are really good out there now. I've done so many rescues out there. I'm just looking like a genius on the board.
We can't really have H's Reef and out of H's. Chappo's corner.
H caught Chappo calling it Chappo's corner. Cut his nuts off.
The busy boys finally arrived. The boys who don't walk around Bondi without camera.
How you doing?
Yeah, dear man. They're really pretty boys. You're a legend, mate. Not a one step without camera.
Word got round that Dimitri had checked himself out of hospital. We thought it'd be a nice idea to go and say good day and just check in on him.
How come the boys didn't ring the lifeguards? We thought we'd be your first point of call and we didn't get a call.
I was so disappointed that Anthony and you were not there when I fell. I said, look, I don't talk to you anymore.
From the knees down, really, he broke almost every bone in both his legs.
We were really worried on the day. We heard that someone fell off the cliff and we couldn't figure out whether, someone was in, a bad way or not. And then news came through that it was you that had fallen and we're like, oh.
I tell you, I'm relieved that it happened to me and I knew how to fall.
Yeah. Typical Dimitri. Get on with it. Can't, whinge and sulk about what's happened. Just get on with life. He'll be back down here shortly, I'm sure.
And when I want to get down, I just get down.
Yeah, we'll see him back down at Dimitri's office doing chin-ups and push-ups before we know it.
I was sitting in the tower with H and Troy when we noticed somebody swim straight out in the south corner.
Yeah, Chap, I don't think he's got much chance getting in.
It's pretty strong out there. It's like a rapid out there.
Yeah.
I'm right on him, Bonds. I'm going to give him a bit.
He was keeping his head above the water. He was trying to swim.
He's not panicking or anything, but just hold up. I'll get ready.
Yeah, Chap, I wouldn't wait much longer, matey. I'd go. The longer that this guy remained in the current, the further out he goes. Chap, I wouldn't wait much longer, matey. I'd go. If he sinks, he's gone.
Yeah, no, H, I'm on him, he's all right.
You know, he was keeping his head above the water, he was trying to swim.
He might get in there. But you can't tell them anything. Young people know everything.
H thinks he's a little bit of a guru down in the corner. H's reef, inner H's, outer H's. Whenever anyone goes into the south corner, he just gives you a little bit of advice. We all know what we're doing. He doesn't really need to give us advice, but it's welcomed.
Remember, you can bring him in beside the pool.
Waving and everything, mate. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was 100% that.
What are you doing, mate? Yeah.
The whisk.
Yeah, I know. Hold up. Hold up, hold up.
He didn't take long, did he?
Nah, he flew out there.
Look at this.
Ooh, he could be doing a H-man off the rocks.
You wouldn't even try to come back against that tram, that rip, eh? Chappo just charged to the corner and did what I suggested.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just hold. Up here, up here. I'll walk up there.
It is really reassuring for me to give these guys advice. As far as I'm concerned, it really reassures my philosophies and my practices.
Now watch out, just watch the waves. The guy who I rescued name was Andrew. He was 27 years old and he was from the Ukraine, and he basically said that he just wanted to go for a swim.
So I feel strong and think that I can come back, but the waves turning me back to the sea, and I feel tight and ask for help.
Chappo's corner. The only problem with that is that H named it about 40 years ago when he was in his teenage years. And unfortunately, this corner's called H's. So I don't think H would be very happy if we started to call it Chappo's corner. But you can ask him if you want.
The middle of the beach is probably a bit of a mix of everything, really. Not so much family, not so much backpacker, not so much locals. It's just a bit of a mix of everyone. It's not as full on as the south corner. Good spot for beginners. They're allowed in there on their hardboards. They're out there doing the best they can.
It was a pretty quiet day and I was just sitting on the rip in front of the tower and two stand-up paddleboarders came down. The boyfriend jumped out into the water, and as the girlfriend was walking out, she just copped the shore break straight onto her board and it cleaned her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got a girl, she's hurt her shoulder here in the shore break, but I think we might have a broken collarbone.
Well, she's just a bit nauseous at the moment. She doesn't want to go At the start, she thought she'd just like pinched a nerve, and she told me she was fine. And then the pain started to grow, and that was when she sort of let me treat her. With a broken collarbone or a dislocated shoulder, it's important to get her up into the tower and get her comfortable as quick as possible, and then we can treat her from there. You just got to help us with your feet.
I'll pull your arm up, and then you've got to use your legs. Otherwise, I guess we could pick her up like that. Good girl. Perfect timing. Okay, can you squeeze up there?
Marta is an American intensive care nurse, and she'd moved here 2 years ago to live with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in America are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Pain relief?
What is it, anti-inflammatory?
No, you just suck it in.
What type of pain?
Inhaler, you just inhale it.
What family medicine?
She was obviously asking 1,000 questions about it from her nurse background, but the most important thing was she did really enjoy using it.
I was laughing at first, but then she didn't look good after that, so not laughing now.
I had a patient recently that was playing rugby. He was 19, that had one recently. We had to give him a lot of pain medication. At first I thought, I'm like, yeah, he's just looking for drugs. Oh, no, I know.
When you've been treating people so long and then you finally get treated by someone, you learn so much and you sort of feel for your patients more the next time you're out there in the field.
Hang on, mate.
Thanks, Bacon.
It's about the only time you like bacon, I swear.
Marta went straight into surgery. She'd snapped her collarbone. I like to think that she'd get back on the horse because that's the only way you're going to get over something like that. Otherwise, she'll be fearful forever.
The south corner's a doozy at the moment. It's absolutely flying. There's just a bunch of guys swam in from out the back and they were sweet and they were hanging there, but then other people just thought, oh yeah, that looks all right. And they've just jumped in there and sure enough, you know, I've asked Chappo to go down just to have a good look at it.
I know Central to H, you there, mate?
Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, but he might just get you coming back this way a bit.
Mate, Chappo might need a bit of backup down south end.
Straight away, I looked where I was, north corner. It was a busy day, and I thought, the back way.
See, he's going around the back.
Hold yourself up. No, you're right, mate. Hold on to my board. Hold on. You all right?
I flew along, came to the beach, and Chappo was already in the water and he had 2 people.
We've got H coming out with us, so what we'll do is stay with me. And Dale, you go to H. See H is here? Yeah.
I was a bit worried for the girl because I thought she might get a little bit of an ear lashing.
Lie down! Lay down.
I beat him to the shore, he didn't like that. Turned around, bang, there's more people in the same situation. So we went out. He was going to be a problem.
We double him on either side.
Oh, yeah.
Grab onto the board, son.
Grab onto here, mate.
I suggested to Chappo that we get him in between our boards.
He did look a little bit confused. He was like, what are these 2 people doing to me?
Hang on to that board, brother. We'll drag you in. Hang on to both boards.
It was very unorthodox and it was a brand new technique. And I'd like to say it was mine.
Hang on tight. Have you done this one before? We got him.
This guy was particularly tall, so rather than putting him on the board, H decides that this guy can hold to the ropes between the 2 of us. We dragged him back in, so it was a double rescue of a single man.
There you go, Les. Don't swim here. Down.
This corner and me are having quite the season. You know, H helped me out that time. But I had 2 fairly big people, and it was good to have his help. He kind of backed me up, and love H.
No more Chappo's corner. After that, it's H's reef, and it always will be.
Why do I love Bondi? I guess it's where I grew up. It's where all my dreams came to fruition. I'm part of a tradition, a Bondi tradition. It's great to be able to feel like you're part of something, to feel like you belong.
Yeah, just attention to all swimmers. The lifeguard service does end at 7 o'clock. Thank you, we'll be back here at 6 a.m.
I feel like I'm a good asset to the team because I'm a madman. There's times where I can calm them when they've got things that are upsetting them. They come and have a chat with me and I can put them straight, you know. I told the young blokes that I was going to leave next year and they don't want me to leave. So maybe I'll be still going at 70, although I don't know whether Waverley Council would like that.
Hey, G, give us a big donut. Put it in 2-wheel drive. Right. I love it.
And at 63, I'm Thank the Great Spirit, I've still got the desire and the dedication to work here. It's more than money, it's more than bank accounts, you know? It's that sense of being.
Just because he's 63 to get away with it, eh?